In this math question, we are going to solve for the value of A and B. You're going to find out that we're going to find different values for A and different values for B. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel for more simplified mathematics video. This is a Math Olympiad question that specifically asks for France candidates. Now let's solve. To solve this question, we are going to simply look at this expression as equation 1 and we'll consider this as equation 2. Now let's look at considering equation 1. From equation 1, what do we do from equation 1? From equation 1, we are given that a square minus b square is equal to 1, right? So if that is given to us, you remember that a square minus b square is a diff of 2 square. Now what do I mean by a diff of 2 squares? If we have a square minus b square, remember that algebraic formula, the difference of 2 square, this will give us a plus b, right, multiplied by a minus b. Great. So if we have that expression, that means equation A can give us A plus B, right? And it gives us A minus B, and this will be equal to 1. And we are going to consider this as equation what? 3. Great. Now let's go to consider equation 2. From equation 2, we are given that a square plus ab is equal to 2. So what do we do with equation 2? From this equation 2, you find out that a is common. If a is common, you're going to bring out a, and this will be a plus b, right? And this will be equal to 2. Now let's consider this to be equation 4. So many equations, right? Don't worry, we're going to solve this question. Now, having gotten to this point, I want us to look at something. We have equation 3 and we have equation 4. Now, let's divide equation 3 by equation 4. So, the equation we are going to arrive at equation 3 divided by equation 4. Now, if we divide equation 3 by equation 4, what are we going to get? We're going to have a plus b, right, multiplied by a minus b, right, and this is equal to 1, right? But we're not going to consider that 1. We're going to consider them separately. Then this will be divided by, the next one will have a multiplied by a plus b, and remember all this is equal to 1 divided by 2, because equation 4 gives us 2 and equation 1 gives us what? 1. Great. So what are we trying to arrive at? Let's simplify this. Do you notice that something is common here? This is common with this, so we'll clear that and we'll be left with a minus b divided by a, and this will be equal to 1 divided by 2. Great. So we can simplify this by multiplying both sides by 2. If we multiply both sides by 2, you notice something that we are going to have, or in this instance, we are going to cross multiply. If we cross multiply, you find out that this will multiply this and this will multiply this, and then we'll have 2 multiplying a minus b, and then we'll have equal to a multiplying 1. So this is going to give us 2a minus 2b, right? And this will be equal to a. Great. So if we simplify this by collecting like terms, you notice that we're going to have 2a. If we subtract a from both sides, minus A minus 2B, and this will be equal to 0, right? So if we take B to the other side by subtracting B to both sides, this will become A equal to 2 what? 2B. And from this expression, you come to see that we have arrived to another equation, and we are going to consider this to be equation what? 5. Now you come to see that we have already automatically gotten a value of A, and our A is equal to 2B. So we'll consider that as equation 5 because we don't know what the value of B is. Now let's look at equation 5. We are going to substitute the value for equation 5 into equation 1. And what is equation 1? From equation 1, we are given A squared minus B squared equal to 1. So we are going to substitute the value of equation 5 into equation 2. So we are putting equation 5 into equation what? Equation 1, I said. Good. And from equation 1, we are given that A squared minus B squared is equal to 1. So if we simplify that, we're going to have that expression to now give us, with A equal to 2B, we'll have this expression to now give us, this is 2 what? 2B, right? 2B squared minus B squared equal to 1. So if we simplify this expression, this is going to give us 2 squared with B squared, right? Minus B squared, and this will be equal to 1. So this expression is simply going to give us 4B squared minus B squared, and this will be equal to 1. 4B squared minus B squared is going to give us 3B squared, right? And this will be equal to 1. Now, do you see that we can find the value of B squared here? If we divide both sides by 3, right? This will give us divided by 3. And when we do that, this we clear this, and then our B squared will be equal to 1 divided by 3. Now, what do we do to get the value of B? We are simply going to take the square root of both sides. So if we take the square root of both sides, B squared will be equal to the square root of 1 divided by 3. So if square root clears square, our B will simply be equal to plus or minus the square root of 1 divided by 3. Great. So we've gotten the value of B. So the value of our B is equal to this, but we can still simplify this. If the value of our B is equal to plus or minus 1 divided by 3, this can still be equal to, B can still be equal to plus or minus 1 square root of 1 divided by square root of 3, right? And this can be equal to plus or minus 1 divided by the square root of 3, because the square root of 1 is equal to 1. So if we rationalize that value, we're going to have B to be equal to 1 divided by square root of 3 multiplied by the square root of 3 divided by the square root of 3. When we rationalize a value, we're going to multiply that value by the what? By the square root. The numerator and the denominator by the square root. So the value of B will now be equal to, our value for B will now be equal to square root of B, right? Square root of 3 divided by 3, because root 3 times root 3 is equal to 3. So this is going to give us plus or minus root 3 divided by 3. So the values of B is B equal to root 3 divided by 3. We take that as B1, and then our B2 will be equal to negative root 3 divided by 3. Great. So we have gotten two values for the value of A. Now we're going to find out what the values of B or A will be like. We've gotten the values for B. Now recall that from equation 5, we are told that A is equal to 2B. So if A is equal to 2B, that means the value of A from equation 5 is equal to 2 what? B. And that is from equation 5. So if that is given, that means for the value of B equal to positive root 3 divided by 2, A will say A1 is equal to 2 multiplied by root 3 divided by 3, right? And then on the other hand, we'll have A2 to be equal to negative 2 multiplied by root 3 divided by 3, because we have a negative expression there. So the values of A will now be equal to A1 will be equal to 2 root 3 divided by 3, and our value of A2 will be equal to negative 2 root 3 divided by 3. So for every value of A, we have an equivalent value for what? For B. And these are the solutions to that expression. Now let's bring out the solutions and then we'll check if our solutions are right. We have A comma B as the first expression, and that will be equal to 2 root 3 divided by 3, comma, root 3 divided by what? 3. And then we'll have the second solution, which is A2 and B2, and both of them are what? With B1 and B2, both of them is equal to negative 2 root 3, right, divided by 3, right? That's A, and then we'll have a negative root 3 divided by 3. So these are the solutions to that expressions we are given. Now let's check to see if our solutions are truly correct. Now when we go back to the original question we are given, what is the original question we are given? We are given the original questions as a square minus b square equal to 1. Now, if we simplify the value of a square minus b square, are we going to have the value of 1? We're going to try this with one of those two expressions. Now, in the first expression, a1 is equal to 2 root 3 divided by 3, and b1 is equal to root 3 divided by what? 3. So, if we have that first expression, we are given that a square minus b square, can it be equal to 1? Let's find out. So from that expression, we'll find out that a is equal to 2 root 3, right? So a is equal to 2 root 3 divided by 3 all squared, right? When we subtract it from b is what? B is root 3 divided by 3. When we subtract it by root 3 divided by 3 square, is it going to give us 1? Let's simplify that. Now from that expression, if you are familiar with sword, we'll be having this to become 2 square multiplied by 3, because root 3 times root 3 is equal to 3. And this will be divided by, 3 square, right? And this will be minus this is going to give us 3 divided by 3 square, right? So if we simplify that expression, we'll have this to become 4 multiplied by 3 is 12 divided by 9 minus 3 divided by what? By 9. So if we find the LCM of this, you come to see that this will simply give us 12 minus 3. And 12 minus 3 is dividing what? 9. And this will be equal to 12 minus 3 is 9 divided by 9, and that will be equal to 1. So you see, 1 on the left hand side is equal to 1 on the right hand side. So that simply tells us that this solution for this question we have over here is absolutely what? Right. Now I want you to substitute this same thing into those expressions for equation 2 and find out if the solution will be equal to 2. If you do that, don't forget to drop your answers in the comment section, and I'll be so glad to engage with you. I know you did enjoy watching this math solution. Don't forget to give it a thumbs up, share it with friends and colleagues, and remember to subscribe to my channel for more simplified mathematics solutions. Thanks so much for watching, and see you next time.